Today is Wednesday, May the 14th. Got a couple things to talk about today. As you know from the last episode, I was excited to onboard someone that's going to help me build out our team here in Calgary. We've been working with overseas bookkeeping and accounting support, and I'm looking to bring it back locally. And between the Canadian dollar and the US dollar that we're paying in, we're paying a little bit more to have someone local, but because we're looking to double in size this year, we're on the path to doubling in size. We need someone who's a little bit more accessible and can take on some more work from my desk, because as an entrepreneur, as the business owner, we can all get stuck meddling in our business, and we got to get the right people in the right jobs doing the right things. That also led me to discover something today, which is that even if you have the right people in the right jobs doing the right things, they still need a foundation from which to build on. And so all of us, I think as entrepreneurs, we certainly understand this, but all of us end up doing jobs that we don't necessarily love doing, but we decide to do them because if we manage them properly, if we do the job well, it enables us to go ahead and do the other things that are important. And in our company, we've been trying to hire from within, and that's proving to be a little bit tricky because I think some of the people that to me seem perfectly fit to go and do a better job or something that's more valuable. Turns out they're maybe not quite ready, or it's just not something that's interesting to them. And so I'm discovering as the business owner that part of being responsible for the people end of our business and having the right people doing the right jobs the right way is to make sure that they in fact want to do that, and not everybody does. But for those that do, for example, the individual that's going to be helping us on the finance, accounting, bookkeeping side, even though he's overqualified for what we need, there's still going to be a couple of weeks where he simply familiarizes himself with what we do. And I can already see where he's going to be able to make us better if I move out of the way after teaching him how we like to manage our cash and manage the flow of money in our business as it goes through our team's hands. And so, anyway, that's the first big lesson. The second one is I haven't started on my business plan yet for the US. No reason other than I've just been busy with some other things, and I'm going to keep putting one foot in front of the other. However, I started playing around with AI. I'm looking to get an edge in my marketing for our online labor marketplace, or rather, right now it's a directory that helps connect individuals in the construction market with companies in the construction market by scoring the websites of construction companies and then scoring an individual. And between those two scores, trying to make a match. And we're in 4 Canadian cities and 50 American cities. And instead of hiring a marketing team and doing the traditional work, I'm taking the opportunity to learn about AI to see how I can leverage the tools that are out there to try and give us more visibility and get our message out to more people. And as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I think that's my job, not only to, of course, find the best people in the roles that we need them for, but it's also to see what's going on in the marketplace and figure out how can we leverage our cash, how can we leverage technology, how can we make things more efficient so that we can, of course, be profitable. But in being profitable, it means that we can also provide people with a stable place to work and employment that they can count on, that also leverages their skill set and unlocks the value that they can bring to their own life, and hopefully get them down a path where they can earn more and ultimately do everything they want to do in their career. So this AI exercise has been interesting. We have part of the platform is that it runs. We do a check over thousands of websites every single week, look for the websites that have been updated, and that's all handled by a bunch of AI agents. And now I'm looking to see if we can actually get an AI agent to do a review of a website. And I used our company as the first one this week to see how it did. And now I've taken that review. It's actually quite interesting. It's two different voices, that a male and a female, and they're talking back and forth about the review that I had ChatGPT do of our website under the deep research model that's available through ChatGPT. And so basically took about half an hour, did a review of the site. I gave it context because we have a career page grader on OndeWork.com, and there's sort of some logic and some context. And so I gave that to ChatGPT and I said, hey, grade our website and build a podcast episode around what you think. And so it did that. And it was pretty phenomenal. I used Google's Notebook LLM to take the review, gave it to them as context, and then the two AI agents, talked back and forth about it. And now it's been chopped up into a bunch of little clips, and I'm using them on social media to see what kind of results we can get. And so, kind of interesting. What a world we live in, where you can have a computer review your website, give you some feedback on it, put it into a human voice, and then cut it up into little bite-sized pieces, which I use Opus Clip for, so that other people can take a listen and, I don't know, maybe go to the site. My goal right now, specifically with OndeWork, is to increase our overall web traffic. So before I look to take it to the US, even though I'm incorporated down there, I want to make sure that I can measurably determine that our web traffic is moving up and to the right, and that it's consistent, and I can almost predict what's going to happen. And so until such time as I've done that, that's my entire focus right now, is to drive web traffic to our domain. Because once I've got the web traffic, then it allows me to add on the additional services that I have planned, that in the last 2 years we've already offered, but it was done in a bit of a patchy way where maybe the marketplace wasn't totally ready for it. And so that's the goal right now. And I'm using AI to see if I can generate web traffic without hiring a bunch of web traffic experts, because I think that in our little startup stage, we want to be really careful with the money that I'm spending, and to make sure that we're maximizing our dollars and getting the best result possible. So those are my two takeaways today, that even though as an owner, um, I can get in the way. If I can find the right people to do the right jobs, they may in fact not want to do the job. And so I have to be really careful about that, and make sure that if we have to go outside of our organization because the people from within don't really want the opportunities or aren't ready for the opportunities, then I have to be prepared to do that. And that's a bummer, just because I would like to see people get a career path, start with us, finish their careers with us, and maybe we can be one of those companies that just stays in the marketplace for a really long time, and people are able to build a great life because of the work that they have with us. And then secondly, that I'm leveraging AI right now to figure out how to drive web traffic, and it's been quite an interesting exercise, and I'll continue to share more about that in other episodes. And then, just because I keep talking about it, but moving to the US, spending some time in Spain, spending a little bit of time in Canada, I can kind of see it all coming together. But I haven't started the business plan yet, and I'll look to do that here probably in the next week or so. So on today, Wednesday, May the 14th, if someone were to ask me, Dylan, are you going to stay in Canada? Are you going to leave? Right now, the answer for sure is I'm going to leave.